Hi, ladies. Welcome back to Softly Becoming Her. I'm so happy to have you here. Today, we're talking about high value femininity in a way many of us were never taught. I know a lot of people still think femininity is only about pretty outfits and heels, makeup, glowing skin, and beautiful hair. And while we love all of that, the truth is, that's only one slice of the pie. Some ladies look amazing on the outside and are able to pull people and opportunities in, but haven't built the habits or inner stability to keep those connections. And others have the most beautiful hearts and attentions, but their lack of polish or intentional presentation causes the world to overlook them. This is exactly why the femininity has to be balanced inside and out. Becoming high value isn't about perfection. It's about intention. It's about showing up for ourselves emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically. It's about walking into a room with a presence that speaks gently, confidently, and authentically before we ever say a word. Today, we're going to get into the 5 habits that create that total package, high value feminine woman. If you're ready to elevate into your softest, strongest, most magnetic self, let's get started. Habit 1. The polished feminine appearance. When we talk about becoming high value women, appearance absolutely belongs in the conversation because how you show up is the first chapter to your story, long before anyone hears your voice or experiences your personality. As humans, we form impressions with our appearance within seconds. And whether we like it or not, people respond to what they see before they ever get to know who we are. This is why cultivating a polished feminine appearance is a habit we simply cannot ignore. And the beautiful thing is, looking put together doesn't have to be expensive. And it's not about having perfect features. It's about intentional self-maintenance. Keeping our hair clean and styled, keeping our nails clean and manicured, moisturized, smooth skin, wearing nice fitting clothing, smelling good, and having good posture. These are accessible habits that instantly elevate the way we move through the world. When we care for ourselves, it sends a message. I value myself, I respect myself, I treat myself well, and the world responds accordingly. Our appearance doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be intentional. This means wearing clothes that fit our bodies, choosing colors that flatter our skin, keeping our hair neat, smelling fresh, and presenting ourselves in a way that reflects care and self-respect. These are powerful feminine habits that make everyday life smoother. Doors open easier, interactions become kinder, and your presence naturally feels softer and more inviting. Tapping into the feminine appearance is the easiest habit because nice clothing and personal self-care can be obtained and achieved at any price. A polished appearance isn't about vanity, it's about alignment, letting the outside reflect the beauty we're building inside. Now let's move into the next habit that supports this balance. Habit 2. Emotional grace and soft reaction. This second habit is all about developing our emotional personality, the way we think, the way we react, and the way we cope when life gets overwhelming. Emotional grace isn't something that just appears overnight. Part of it is our natural selves, the environment we grew up in, and the experiences that shaped us. Many of the ways we respond today were once survival mechanisms, patterns that were passed down to us. But You can choose to reshape these patterns. You can soften the habits that no longer serve you and strengthen the ones that would be beneficial and elevate you. We are not bound to the emotional wiring we were born with or the chaos we grew up around. You actually become your own masterpiece. Honestly, ladies, this is one of the hardest habits to master. It's not easy to stay calm when you feel disrespected. It's not easy to respond softly when you're frustrated. And it's definitely not easy to breathe and observe when your emotions are telling you to go off, shut down, or defend yourself. Learning emotional grace means learning when to speak and when to sit back, breathe, and observe. It means finding that middle ground between reacting too much and being so passive that you do not express your own needs. When we build emotional grace, everything else in our lives becomes easier. Our relationships improve. We start to have better communication, and we feel more peaceful within ourselves. This habit is really about creating an inner sanctuary, a place inside ourselves where we can stay grounded no matter what's happening around us. Once you learn and master that, everything else becomes more manageable. Habit 3, kindness with boundaries. This third habit is all about kindness and the way we interact with the people around us. It's really about how we treat others and how people feel after interacting with us. Kindness is one of those traits that often gets overlooked or misunderstood. Part of that is because so many people are too focused on themselves, and part of it is because we live in a world where being kind is sometimes seen as being weak, naive, or too trusting. I can honestly see and understand why. With so many people carrying hidden agendas or manipulative tendencies, it can feel risky and unsafe to lead with kindness. Many of us have been burnt before, but that doesn't mean we should abandon softness. It just means we need balance. The truth is, even the smallest act of kindness can mean so much to someone. A gentle word, a thoughtful gesture, a moment of patience. These things carry weight. They can create a friend for life or an ally who may support you at a time when you need it most. Kindness also reveals a lot. It's one of the quickest ways to sort people out. In general, there are 3 types of people: givers, takers, and matchers. The sooner you identify the type of person you are dealing with, the sooner you'll understand how to manage the relationship and how much access to give. But I want to be clear. Being kind does not mean accepting poor treatments. It doesn't mean ignoring red flags or allowing someone to drain your energy. Kindness should never replace standards and boundaries. As long as we pair kindness with healthy boundaries, this habit will always have more pros than cons, because at the end of the day, kindness is not weakness, it's intention. And when you practice it wisely, it becomes one of your most powerful feminine traits. Habit 4, skills and value development. This 4th habit, I want to talk about building our skills and abilities. The things we're good at, the things we're known for, and the things that quietly make us valuable. This habit is really about examining what we can actually do, whether these are skills we share openly with others or abilities we use privately to support ourselves and make our lives easier. Ask yourself, what can you do that makes you dependable? What do your friends turn to you for? If you're part of a group or a team, what role do you naturally play? Sometimes our skills show up in our professional lives. Maybe you're great with finance, budgeting, tech, organization, or event planning. Maybe you're the one who gives the best wellness tips, career advice, or emotional support. These abilities, even if they feel small, can be incredibly valuable. And then there are domestic or everyday skills that hold just as much importance. Cooking, budgeting, decorating, making a space feel warm and welcoming, or even raising children. These skills carry wisdom that can be life-changing for someone else. If you mastered something in your own life, it can often become a gift to someone who hasn't figured it out yet. We also can forget the intangible skills, the emotional and social ones. Maybe you give great relationship advice, or you're the friend people come to for perspective. Maybe you're good at calming situations down or helping others see clarity in their decisions. These soft skills are just as valuable because they're rooted in emotional intelligence. And let's be clear. It's perfectly fine to have talents to keep to yourself. Maybe you can do your own hair, your nails, that saves you money, but you're not interested in doing it for anyone else. That's okay. Not every skill has to be a service. As long as you're contributing something to your personal world, your circle, your home, your own life, it counts. Whatever abilities we rely on and whatever others rely on us for, those are the skills that help us build these habits. They expand our value, our identity, and our feminine presence. Habit 5, mystery and selective sharing. This habit is all about embracing mystery and honesty. It's one of the most beautiful feminine qualities we can cultivate. This habit is about learning when to share certain parts of ourselves and when to keep things private. In a world where nearly everything gets posted online and oversharing is the norm, our natural mystery has been diluted. So when people come across a woman who is selective, intentional, and private, it stands out even more. You and I both know how intriguing mystery is. People love discovering things slowly. They love depth. They love unfolding layers. When others feel like they already know everything about us, we automatically become a little less interesting. Not because we're boring, but because there's nothing left to uncover. Practicing mystery keeps our presence fresh, elegant, and captivating. But beyond the allure, mystery is also about protection. A lot of what people end up using against us comes from information we willingly shared at some point. Maybe it was fear, a weakness, a dream, or a personal detail we thought someone would hold gently. We've all had moments where we wished we kept certain things to ourselves. Mystery allows us to avoid those situations altogether. This doesn't mean we become cold or secretive. It means we're intentional. We choose who gets access, how much access, and when. We reveal ourselves slowly and with discernment. We give people enough to connect with us, but not enough to harm us. And let's be honest, mystery is also fun. It's subtle confidence. It's feminine without trying too hard. It adds softness, depth, and a quiet sense of allure to everything we do. It's a habit every woman can benefit from. And that brings us to the end of these 5 habits. Habits that help us become well-rounded, balanced, high-value feminine women from inside out. As we moved through each one, I hope you saw areas where you already shine and areas where you feel inspired to grow. Remember, none of this is about perfection. We are evolving, learning, and refining ourselves every single day. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this, it's that feminine value comes from harmony, not extremes. It's not about looking polished. It's not just about being soft and emotionally grounded. True femininity blends our appearance, our character, our boundaries, our skills, and yes, the quiet mystery that makes our presence so intriguing. When our inner world and our outer world presentation complement each other, something shifts. We begin to carry ourselves differently. People respond to us differently. Life opens in new ways because we're showing up as the most aligned version of ourselves. Intentional, warm, self-respecting, and beautifully balanced. And I want you to remember this. Your femininity is your own. There is no timeline, no competition, no right way. You and I are simply choosing to show up each day with a little more grace, a little more self-awareness, and a little more attention than we did before. Before you go, I would love to hear from you. Which of these 6 habits resonated with you the most? And which habits are you excited to work on next? Share your thoughts in the comments so we can support one another, because this journey is much more beautiful when we grow together. Stay soft, stay grounded, and stay committed to becoming the highest version of yourself. I'll see you in the next video.